Hello everyone and welcome to another weekly review. So we will find out what the price did in the previous week and what to expect for the next week. So let's start with EurUsd with a pretty bullish week. Bullish engulfing candle, but I will switch through the three main USD pairs and then to the dollar index chart on the weekly, and there's some divergence in price what EurUsd and DXY did and the other pairs. So let's take a look. As you can see, here you have the chart from the start of 2021 up to now. The main trend is bearish, so it is on GU and AU also, and on DXY is obviously bullish. But what we have here is the dollar index didn't manage to break this low and tapped into this last sell to buy that broke structure and had some reaction. Yes, it is a bearish engulfing candle, and GU did almost the same without the engulfing, so it tapped into an order block, made some reaction, and it's still bearish and didn't manage to make a higher high. AU also tapped into a daily breaker block and had some nice reaction and didn't manage to make a higher high. EU is the only one that broke the weekly supply zone. That was this entire consolidation here. So first it broke down and now it broke up by a pip. So on the weekly and daily chart, this seems like a double top. And yeah, now here comes the tricky part. Will EU continue bullish, or will it turn bearish again? There was a similar situation up here where it made a slightly higher high than this high, didn't manage to close the weekly imbalance and just continue lower. Yes, there was there was a bullish engulfing here, not so strong than this one, but nevertheless the price continued down. And yeah, here's for now it's almost the same. So EU looks like bullish, GU and AU looks bearish on weekly still, and DXY, it made a bearish engulfing but didn't manage to break any significant lows, so we could at least see a pullback or even run through these highs. As always, we will follow the price. Just I just want to note the difference between the behavior of the dollar index, EurUsd, GU and AU. So let's jump to EU for now and let's see what happened on a daily. Let's pull out the weekly lines. Let's go bigger. And yeah, EU took 2 weeks to go down, and now practically 1 week to recover all this down move. So at the end, there's not much internal liquidity that was taken. This move up took the liquidity from these highs here. The down move took all this internal liquidity and this external liquidity from this bottom here and reversed up. So for me, if I look only on EU, it's bullish. Now, if you go to the even lower time frames, we can see, let's go even lower, that there was some sort of Wyckoff up here. So buying climax, secondary test, uptrust after distribution, and the major sign of weakness on the 15-minute with the break of the automatic reaction here. And now the pullback, what I'm expecting is to build a little more liquidity and at least EU to make a pullback down to cover some of the imbalances and go at least to the 50% of this entire move up. There's this nice demand zone here. Let me clear. So this liquidity was taken on the way up. And my main price action for the next week for EU would be a slow pullback to this zone here. Let's go to the daily. Okay, so this is week to week demand zone. So let's mark it out. This is what I need. Okay, so from here to here. Demand. We will see it on the 4-hour. And this breaker block here. So the last buy to sell that broke structure. So this is a breaker block. Daily. And now we can go to the 4-hour and put also the FIBs up. Okay, so the breaker block, the demand zone are somehow in line with the 50% retrace here. So what I'm expecting for the next week is at least a slow pullback to this zone here. And yeah, from the smaller time frames, This first supply zone was tapped, the second one is still open, maybe built of some liquidity. So for now, I see the price doing something like this, taking internal liquidity and tapping into this 15-minute OB to then go lower. And that's pretty much it as far as the weekly outlook and what could EU do. Of course, the price doesn't have to do that. It could just continue higher, and this is for what I see the most likely scenario that the price will do. So let's jump to GU. GU on weekly is respecting the order flow for now. For now, this demand zone has held, but also this supply zone up here. So that's the next weekly demand zone down here. On a daily, it just tapped into a 2-hour order block. I will show it later. And yes, this is internal liquidity point for now on daily, and this is external liquidity down here. And let's go to the 4-hour. Here is the change of character. Yeah, this was the supply zone and this was the 2-hour order block. So the buy to sell with engulfing that took liquidity. So this was the order block that was just tapped, and then the price reversed and make a change of character. And yeah, I'm expecting the price to go lower. The first option would be this week-to-week supply, and the second option would be some OB up here. On the 2-hour, it's more clear to where the price could go. We could even see a deeper mitigation of this 2-hour order block, but I don't believe it will go so high. So we have, for now, let's clear the old one since it was okay. I will just hide it. Hide, and what we have is this entire move up is now our supply zone. And within this supply zone, we have 2 order blocks. So this one will be 2H, and the other one up here. And let's also take the FIP for this swing down. Okay, here it is. So even the first order block is within the range of, or it's in the premium zone. So we could see some build-up of liquidity, something like this, and then go lower, or just the price to tap into this one and go lower. And yeah, that's pretty much it for GU. Now let's go on EU. So here it is, EU on the weekly, we already saw. After taking this equal lows liquidity, it reversed up, and after tapping into a nice daily breaker block here, it started to fall down. There was a nice Wyckoff distribution here on the lower time frame, as you can see. And this trade from this 15-minute order block down was called on the Discord some 6 to 12 hours before it happened, and yeah, it was a nice one. And yeah, now of course we have in terms of on the 4 hour, what could happen is the first logical target would be this week-to-week supply zone here in the premium to go lower, but if we go to a lower time frame, if you just follow the price, there is this 1 hour order block here, or buy to sell. So the first supply zone, which could also function as enough supply to drive the price lower, or just to build some internal liquidity. The same goes as on GU, like this, to tap higher, maybe a complex pullback to make to the last order block up here before continuing down. So all these 3 zones, 1, 2, 3, are valid for looking for shorts. Now it depends how the price approaches these zones and which one will be enough for the price to go lower. Of course, if we break this high here, then all shorts are invalidated, and we will start looking for longs. And yeah, so let's just mark the 3 zones based on the 1 hour chart. This is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. Okay, let's have a look also on GJ. So GJ on a weekly had a bullish wick, tapped in some order block up here, and had some reaction. Looking on the weekly chart, the most liquidity lies below. If we squeeze it up, there's also some liquidity above these highs and also these highs here. So I'm still looking forward to have a deeper retrace on this entire move up here. So I'm more bearish than bullish, but as always, let's follow the price. We have equal lows down here, some consolidation, a move up, tap into an order block here, reaction down, up move. There wasn't much liquidity created on the move up nor on the move down, but for now we are having a nice reaction from the 4-hour order block up here, and yeah, we will follow the price. Yes, this move up was more slow than this move down. On a daily, on a 4-hour chart, it's more clear. So there's a lot of internal liquidity built. So all these higher lows function as liquidity points that could be taken just out. So the first target to this down move would be this demand zone down here. So this sell before the buy. Let's mark it out. So this is our demand zone. And maybe it will be enough to move the price higher, to take some more liquidity, and even tap into this 4-hour or order block or the extreme from this high here. As always, follow the price, and yeah, pull back, break, pull back. Yes, if the price goes through this demand zone, then we have a break, a change of character, and a possible bearish move to take out this low and even these lows here. And that's pretty much it. So GJ is more mixed than the other pairs, and we will try to follow the price. I will try to follow the price. So one idea could be down and up for the week, and the other is just breaking through and continuing lower. So thank you for watching. Hope you find it useful. If you do, you know what to do. There's a thumb up, like button, and if you want to stay tuned for other videos, click that subscribe button. Will be gladly appreciated. Until the next time, bye bye.